So now you see that Loraine didn't make a good choice the first time. Did she make a good choice the second time? Did her children see what was happening to her? Well, everything wasn't a bed of roses, but there were some good things that came out of there, like Neo. Neo did see some things. He did hear some things. He did incorporate some things. And from that, we got beautiful music. I mean, there's always good things that come out of that, and Loraine does tell us to learn how to make good choices. Were both of your husbands abusive?
No, absolutely not. My second husband was not abusive. He was a great guy, as a matter of fact. After I left my husband, it seemed that the next 2 or 3 boyfriends afterward had tendency towards violence and abuse. And again, it's about loving yourself. And my self-esteem was low and my confidence was very low. And so it took me a while to realize that I deserve better than to have someone putting their hands on me trying to control me.
Well, you were saying that you were stomped and beaten. Was that boyfriend?
That was a boyfriend. Unbeknownst to me, this boyfriend was abusing Sherm, I believe, whatever the true name for that drug is. But he was abusing it. I didn't realize at the time. I was at work one night and he came to my job just acting absolutely, crazy and irrational, and to the point to where I felt the need to leave my job, to protect it. And so, we were driving down the street and he's doing 110 in my little Hyundai, and at some point, my mind just said, get out of the car. So he stopped at a red light. I got out of the car, and started calmly walking as opposed to running, which is what I should have been doing. And he ran up behind me, put me in a headlock, and drugged me into an empty lot. And this was in Las Vegas, right on Eastern Avenue, and the cars were just coming up and down, And that's where, he beat me up and he stomped me, had a big old knot in my forehead. I wore glasses at the time, glasses were broken in half. And then, he dragged me back to the car and we went to his cousin's house.
And what did you say? How?
Well, once you have been hit, stomped, kicked, dragged, and you have little sticker prickly things in your hand and in your forehead, and you picking that out, and I'm just shocked and amazed. Why are we going to your cousin's house, and what's this about? And I'm just trying to be calm enough to get home, and I did. I got home, and that turned into a whole other ugly thing.
You got home with him? Are you all living together?
House. Yes, he was living with me at the time.
So what did the kids see? I mean, you know.
The kids didn't see anything, and that's one of the things that I'm so thankful for. When people ask me about my son and his writing ability and how he is able to relate to women and how he respects and appreciates women, it's largely because he saw a lot of things that his mother experienced when he was younger, and he dealt with those things very well. And he is actually the reason that I can now sit here and say that I know what it is to be loved unconditionally.
I mean, he told me that he would listen to the women talking about the men. Also, he would listen to the different women in your household. Like to the left, that thing.
Absolutely.
Someone must have said that, or pack your bag, or something like that.
Well, yeah, like I said, again, I've always been very independent, and some people call me a little feisty, and some people call me a little crazy. But when those times came when it was time to go, and I knew for sure it was time for you to go, and this was over. Okay, you can really get going, because honestly, I've never had a problem replacing anybody. It's just that I now know how to make better choices, and that's what a lot of our young ladies need to learn too, is to make better choices.